Welcome back, Space Marines, to Chaos Gate Daemonhunters. Now, while our main campaign may have ended in an ultimate victory, there is yet one Reaper who managed to evade our capture. Do I want to build anything right now? I don't think so. This is ruining my opening. I want to fly over here. The way the campaign is set up is you have 5 Reapers who are each connected with one of these different strains of the balloon. Over the course of the main campaign, you're able to specifically pick 3 of them to fight, and then once you hop into the end game, you have a 50-50 chance of getting one of the final 2 to be able to battle up against. We fought the Chaos Knight, leaving the Plague Hulk out there. So today, with the power of Save Scum, we are going to go back and bring the Emperor's Wrath against this final Reaper. If you are watching the VOD on YouTube, then you'll be able to check the timestamps to jump to exactly where you want to be. If you guys are watching live, hello Wolfman, hello everybody in chat. The game plan is we're going to do one warm-up battle because I got sucked back into War Tales over the weekend to be able to get back into the squad, and then we're going to run the Save Scum to be able to battle this final Reaper. Let's see, I will let the knight pursue his quest.
We must not stand in the way of destiny.
Such a waste.
On assignment. There we are. Alright. And which knight did we send out? Our interceptor. Fantastic. Dominic, is he the soul grinder? He is the Plague Hulk, is my understanding. I've done a little bit of research to make sure that this save's coming as possible. It is. The RNG is not locked to make you always fight the same enemy. We battled the Chaos Knight previously in the endgame. This time we are going to have to fight the enemy called the Plague Hulk. 10 kills with melee weapons. That should be fairly easy. This is going to be our warm-up battle. Who do we want to lock in here? I do like bringing in the Paladin to be able to keep on leveling him. Our Purgator, Librarian. We could just simply swap out the Justicar here to be able to make a little bit of an adaptation. Let's see. I would love to bring in the Chaplain, actually. Where's my Chaplain?
Palamedes.
There's Palamedes. Palamedes. Legendary character from our final battle. Do you have the equipment that I want you to have? Go back to loadout. Ranged weapon, you have the Emancipator. That looks excellent. Melee weapon, but you have no good armor. You want the Justicar's armor to be able to gain the extra as on the Paladin right now? Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, here we go. Get the anchored. Yes, the Plague Hulk. I'm very excited to see what the Plague Hulk has to hit us with. Librarian. I mean, everything else was basically kitted out, so we should be able to jump right in here. Our warm-up battle begins. Make sure that we don't make any silly mistakes once we go into battle against the final boss. Does anybody run Nurgle armies in chat or see them on tabletop? How often is the Plague Hulk is a real model, right? How often is he hitting the table? I'm very curious. Okay. Mission here. We have an excellent squad. I'm using all the different save spots that the game has given me to be able to keep on scumming back and then work on some guide videos, some review videos. And this is jumping off onto one of those parallel timelines. He sometimes makes it, Wolfman? Alright. Good to hear.
Our enemy has a cruel wit indeed. We must return his jest with fire and vengeance.
Ooh. I'm not sure I've even seen this map before. I feel like... because all the planets have basically the same map. I'm not sure I've ever fought here before. Maybe I have, but just very seldomly. One in the corner. One off this direction, but then there is a chasm in between us, so I think that we head... because of the chasm here... we have basically the path forks at the very beginning. So we have to either press towards the first bloom spawn or the second one. Let's press on this direction. Move the Paladin up. Our paladin is rocking the pre-order bonus hammer, so he has some kind of crazy things that he could do with that. I wanted to be able to use it. I hadn't used it during the main campaign. And I mean, I'm glad I didn't because it does feel kind of overpowered. But now, I have no qualms about bringing it to level the Nurglings. Its stun counter is crazy. And I love it. Chaplain, follow along with the strike team. Let's kick it up to fast speed. Here we go. Now, we haven't sighted any enemies. We have a large drop off right here. Actually, yeah, once we jump off of here, I don't think there's ever any coming back. There's no stairway to be able to get us back here. And with the Terminator armor, it's going to be a point of no return. So, let's try and get sight over it, just to make sure that we're not going to be in for any nasty surprises like this. They did not appear on the old specs prior to advancing to the ledge. But now there's an interesting question. Do we stay up on the high vantage point to be able to fire down on them, or do we get in close? I mean, the chaplain and the paladin are very much built to get in close, so I feel like you still have to advance to run them in. And all of these enemies are range-oriented, unless the guy in the corner is one of the melees. What are they calling these guys? These were the Terminators, yes. Blightlord Terminators. Okay. Chaplain, you got your action points refreshed, so you could actually make it all the way to be able to strike them. The thing is that if you close, aren't these guys able to just hit him immediately? They have first strike? Yeah. Gain auto. When I move adjacent to them, they get a free melee attack against me. I don't love that.
Unleash me.
The Purgator is loving this vantage point. He can run up to here, be able to soften him up a little bit. So let's go. Oh, here it is. We open up with Astral Aim, and then we can disable the melee weapon to be able to get the chaplain right in and not have to suffer the first strike. Sever the arm, and the weapon will follow. We got the action point back because of the crit, and then I get to go for a Sanctified Kill. Well, I want to hold on Sanctified Kill Zone right now. We'll just open up with another ranged attack here. Soften him up for Palamedes getting in there. Bloodying himself with the Nurgle Blightlords. Chaplain. Yeah, we can score the kill. That feels like a strong opening to our engagement. Given that Palamedes has so much natural armor, so that he's never going to take damage.
Another foul seed claim.
And then the Librarian here. An alternate path, an alternate line of play we certainly could have taken is using the Librarian to open up the Infinity Gate and then teleport everybody right on top of them. But the enemies were pretty far away and also had scattered once they were in that room and had been spotted. So I feel like this was an acceptable line. How have things been going, Wolfman? Where's your progress on the campaign? Have you brought glorious victory for the Grey Knights? Let's see, if we swing the Purgator just right down here, we have to fire into the center of the room. It's getting very expensive on willpower, but Astral Aim can come in to be able to rip off this shield, and that will disrupt his defending state. Now that he is no longer defending, we'll be able to rush him. We need a reload here. We could alternatively burn all of our willpower points at the very beginning for Sanctified Kill Zone, which I kind of want to try. This will apply vulnerability as long as it sticks. Fantastic, for 2 rounds. And now we kind of need to be on a path of getting willpower back onto the Purgator, so if we can actually set him up to score one of these kills, we will. The Paladin, oh, he hits so hard, plus 8 damage. Hey, back at it. Yes, Alexander. We are going to save scum until we face the boss that we missed at the end of the last campaign. I did a little bit of testing, and it turns out that it is possible. Like, the RNG is not locked as to which boss you get at the final moments of the campaign. And I've discovered that the final Reaper is called the Plague Hulk. That is all I know. That is all I know. Did anybody battle the Plague Hulk as part of their main campaign? Because I figure everybody just chooses different Reapers to face. I'm sure there are some people in chat who have already seen him. It's a total mystery to me.
Death is only the beginning.
Oh, I should have got... It was like, I'm going to give this to the Purgator. And then the Librarian runs in. Shoots him up. I rip all the armor off. Maybe this one can go to the Purgator.
Ammo depleted. Unleash me.
Paladin. Strike.
Yes, sir.
Plague Hulk. Sounds like a Nurgle-infested Space Hulk. We will see, Killer Orca. Did my game stutter there? I'm very excited to face him. I think that it's going to be... So far, all of the Reaper battles were fantastic. Oh, no. I had to reload. We needed to reload. Okay, I'll take it here. You figured out that you can add skill points above level 9 if you have the respecking upgrade and a Marine corpse. Wait. Okay, Alexander, explain this to me. How does this work? The respecking upgrade and a Marine corpse. Is the respecking upgrade out of a piece of equipment, or is that a ship upgrade? Then we have the enemies right up here that we're going to want to face. So far, we're doing very well. We haven't taken any damage. Let's slide out here. This should give us vision, which means that I would rather advance a few characters to be able to get closer.
Your orders? We strive.
You need a dead Marine to commune, and one of the options is add skill points. Ah. Well, that is, I mean, my mind immediately went to a terrible and morbid video where we intentionally kill off some of the squad to be able to build some Super Marines. That's very interesting.
Silver Knights.
At the very beginning of my campaign, my knights were dropping left and right. And so I rushed toward getting the upgrade where you get the, what do they call it? They have the upgrade where you're able to then you do something with the bodies rather than just harvest the gene seed. And then right as soon as I got that upgrade, I kind of stabilized, and I learned enough through the School of Hard Knocks that I stopped losing people so fast. And then I didn't have anybody die since then, like outright die. You've been running initiates and dropping orbital strikes on their heads to produce the necessary resource. Interesting. So you must have an absolutely insane squad by now. That doesn't sound at all like the Space Marine way, but it is the Power Gamer way. We're going to move the Librarian right up here to be able to get a good overwatch. Try and pin them into place. The Chaplain as well could advance. But then I think I put the Paladin very close here. Defend the position. If any of the enemies move within this radius, he will get a free attack up against them. And then I do have Overwatch on the Purgator as well, but I would like to chip some damage potentially. They have really hard cover. So we'll run on up here and then place our Overwatch. How many skill points do you get per corpse, Alexander? How long does it take to really level these guys up? Let's see. Yeah, I'll throw Palamedes in. I believe in Palamedes. You've probably got a few in the bin then. If I go to the skill tree view, there's a commune button in the middle of the bottom of the screen if you've got the necessary ingredients. Interesting. All right, we'll give it a peek and see if we have the ingredients. Palamedes holding his own here. For now. He's gonna take a bit of a beating here. Oh, I didn't see that there were those plants behind them. Just one, and they take 4 missions to die, so it makes sense to scale it if possible. Ah, yes, yes. Okay, makes sense. Weakened. Oh man, they just unloaded. Maybe we were over aggressive with Palamedes. This is why we're taking the warm-up battle. So this does not happen against the Plague Heart. Okay. The Paladin's defending aura is so strange because it feels like it often triggers the enemies to get free attacks of opportunity against them. But then again, him being able to run in and crack skulls is very powerful, so I understand that it's somewhat balanced. We'll break off Stream of Corruption so we don't get plagued here. Then let's see. Let's keep on laying into this guy. He's not able to parry like the other ones are, so he's easy to be able to strike low with the Paladin. Now the Purgator. The Purgator is looking to be able to acquire his willpower back. So we will attack, hope for a crit. You know, if we were hoping for a crit, I should have put the litany up out of our chaplain. You have no good way out of this, do you? Because the cliff that he dropped down to be able to fight these guys, it's high terrain, and then to be able to get out, he has to hop all the way over here. Looks like we're gonna have to do a teleportation out of the librarian to reposition, which I might as well do now to get Palamedes over here.
We travel unseen paths.
Okay, Palamedes is in a good spot now.
What is your will?
And let's start healing him back up.
Gratitude.
Who else has support capabilities? The librarian does. Get a little bit of more health back onto the chaplain.
My wrath is yes, Commander.
Score the kill with the Purgator for the willpower regeneration.
I am the Emperor's fury.
So Alexander, do you have a knight fully maxed out now with every single skill taken?
Unleash me.
You can only imagine how powerful that is. You can develop some true superhumans. Craze, stun. No, we break off the weapon. Make him less dangerous to us. I could give the kill. Why? Oh, he got drained. That's why he's missing the willpower.
At your service.
It didn't feel like he should be missing all the willpower. We could also put some more willpower on the librarian because he spent it on the teleportation play. Let's get the attack here. Says the Purgator. The Purgator still does have an attack. You're not that patient. Mostly you just need like 1 or 2 extra points above 9 for things to really get broken. I could see that. You get all the passive abilities, all the auto abilities that you wanted but weren't able to take before. Man. It seems like a fun way to be able to play. Oh, we get crazed, but nobody is around for him to target in terms of his allies. And then the chaplain has 1 move. For that 1 action point, you will do Atonement for Guidance, giving us ranged crit. I think so. I don't have the full ranged crit build going here, but we have some synergy, so the Purgator especially likes being able to have that extra crit chance. And then nobody else on the team dislikes having it. And because of the chaplain's staff, he doesn't have to pay the willpower upkeep on keeping the litany up. So, this is how we're going to play it.
Orders.
Purgator, take your reload.
Armed and ready.
Paladin, soften him up.
What is your will?
Seems good. Unless we crit. He's dead. Excellent. 1 health remaining.
What is your will?
Be able to keep on putting willpower back onto the Purgator because I like astral aim that much.
Justice.
I'm trying to think of character builds, like what I would do with having just a couple extra skill points. And I could certainly see there being some very powerful combinations to build. Do we want to do a pincer maneuver or keep our knights together? Let's move the Purgator up here. Paladin, you can come up to here. You still have cover and a lot of line of sight blockers. Palamedes could come around. Breach and clear. Let's see. This will likely give us the sight line that we want. Purgator's benefit a lot, gives you space to get the extra willpower perks. I agree. I was thinking Purgator, because there's a couple auto abilities that I haven't been able to grab that I would have liked to have. And then just the raw willpower improvements also go a long way on them. Honestly, just armor up. You got chewed up so bad in that first engage, Palamedes. I don't want it happening again. Librarian. They're sending this guy out and around, which is interesting, to say the least. We'll move the Librarian out here to cover. Take a wide flank. Play it out from there. There are some of the classes that at level 9, they feel kind of complete, like you've been able to take all of the abilities that you think are good. And then there's other ones that you're just like, oh, if I could keep going, I could have gotten so much more. I feel like the Justicar as well, being able to grab a little bit more is very strong. Being able to Psychic Blast a level 3 Soul Cannon every turn gets really silly. Oh man, yes. With all the raw willpower. So all of these enemies are about to be raised from the dead.
Unleash me.
Purgator, I guess I know what your turn is going to be.
On my way.
Purge them before they rise, my friend. I believe when they rise, they just come back as the Rotbringers. A much lower tier enemy than the enemy corpse that actually died. But still want to be able to get rid of them. Oh, you could only get 2. No. Well... maybe in that case, you come up here just as a slight reposition. I was like, and then I'll Overwatch, but no, that's an extra action point. The Librarian could use Psychic Shriek. Do I want to set up any stuns? I think we just advance the Paladin and be able to see what he's able to do. If he crits, I can potentially change how we play this turn out. Or if he gets parried, I guess that also could change things. Let's see, you got parried. Defend the position. So it means this enemy will likely get an attack of opportunity against you. The Librarian could also just take the reload and try and apply Crazed. I think that's a good play. There's a lot of enemies here. High likelihood that they'll attack each other rather than us. As long as we apply it. Come on. Come on, Librarian, I believe in you. I gave you this weapon specifically to be able to do this. Ah, we didn't hit on either one. That hurts. Well, Palamedes, come back and purge the corpse before it raises. And after that, rejoin with the team. Yes. So we get 1 corpse rising. Our Paladin is locked into combat. Librarian is trying to back him up, but is not applying the Crazed. I need my Librarian to focus. We're kind of missing the action over there. I feel like it's hilarious. They added the cinematic camera, and then they were like, we need the battles to be able to play through faster for people so they don't become too impatient. And they're like, yeah, we'll implement that, but we're not going to change the camera controls at all. It's still gonna focus as though it was on the normal slow mode. And so then stuff will happen entirely off camera. We'll break off the melee weapon. I believe that disables his chance to parry as well. So he's a sitting duck. Yes. 2 crits out of Palamedes. Wow. Final kill credit should go to the Purgator, who is almost back to topped up on willpower.
I take all comers.
We're gonna funnel everything through the Purgator. Librarian feels very done at level 9. Hard to beat Psychic Scream. Yeah, +5 stun and Gate of Infinity. Not much to add to that. I agree. The Librarian is happy where he's at. You could also always try and take the improvements to... Let's cut off his head. You could take the Librarian improvements for like a couple extra autos or some extra willpower, but he has everything that is important to his build at level 9. The Purgator got his action back there. Take the reload and be able to soften them up even more. Psychic Scream is so good. Set up the stun counter, set up the execution. So actually, as I've progressed into the late game, I feel like more often than not, I just kill enemies before I actually stun and then set up executions.
Your orders?
I would like to be able to finish you and probably chop up somebody else as well. Librarian can get this kill. Off with his head. Yes. The guillotine of Purgator ranged fire is crazy. Now we got the parry. Alright, well now we will pile on with the Paladin. Parry has already been done. I would love the crit here. We get so much bonus damage on a crit. No. Is the Librarian able to get him? Now we need to reload as well. Alright, Paladin crit here. There it is.
Justice.
And then I have one last action point on the Librarian. He could honestly back up. I don't want to set up the AoE damage for the plants.
My will is unbreakable.
Where did that hit? I didn't see where that plant hit. I saw it shoot into the air and then nothing.
Unleash me.
Palamedes, hop on up. I was gonna flank him around the other way and then plans have completely changed. Ah, and you got parried. No. Weaken him. Affliction is resisted. That would be vulnerable.
Ready.
We will sidle up to this wall. Fire. If you can snag multiple targets with plus stun abilities, you can get some serious runaway turns, especially when stacked with the Chaplain's Litany of Hate. Oh yes, the Litany of Hate. Also, when you stack with the Emperor's Will, right, the stratagem that is +3 stun to all enemies on the map, you can just absolutely run over everything with that. Iron Arm on Paladins with plus stun means you can lock pretty much anything. Yeah, the Paladin, and also with the pre-order hammer, Force Hammer, because that has plus stun on the Force Strike as well. I can get like +7 stun on a single swing. Insane. If I had that big a hammer, the demon would be mush in one swing. Yeah, exactly. Just carry them away in a single swing. And then contemplate, you know, Major League Baseball offers. Let's light up here. Try and take some shots against the plants. Who else has actions? It's only you. And you need to reload. Okay, we'll take the reload. Ooh, it makes the attack, but we got the Phrygia's shield, so we're fine. That attack is annoying because it has the permanent armor shred. And they have minus crit vulnerability. Well, that's not too bothersome.
Your orders?
Should be able to chop down the plants, no problem. Charge in. What was my final composition for the last battle? What worked and what didn't? My final composition was... Ooh. What did we have? We had Palamedes soloing all of Mortarian's attention. That worked very well. Actually, he had so much armor. I would be able to crit to weaken Mortarian's attacks, and then he was never able to get through Palamedes' natural armor. And then backing him up, I had the Justicar with the Storm Bolter that gives you precision targeting on a crit. So Palamedes was also running the Litany of Guidance, being able to give you that extra crit chance. So we had the 95% crit chance out of the Justicar. And so he was just cutting enemies to bits. And then also on the inside, I had a Interceptor to be able to jump around and kind of run around with Khaldor Drago to be able to lend support and quickly reposition based on what bloom stem we were fighting. And then the final, I think I had an Apothecary as the final support piece for the group fighting the main boss. And then outside of that, we had another Apothecary working in the rear guard. We had another Interceptor, and then we had my Purgator and my Purifier, I believe. No, I think I had the Purifier because he has so many grenades. And the grenades are excellent in the rear guard because they're able to knock enemies off the map for multiple kills in a single turn. And then I had the Librarian to be able to hit them with Crazed. And I mean, that worked pretty well. The squad could probably be tuned to be even better, but it was good enough for a victory. The real heroes were certainly the Purifier in the rear guard with his grenades, knocking, because as soon as the enemies spawn, you know they spawn in a cluster right on the edge of a cliff, and then you can just swing the Purifier over to be able to knock them off with the grenade, and you get the extra range upgrade on the grenade out of the Purifier. And then in the Vanguard fighting Mortarion, having Palamedes with his raw armor, being able to absorb all of Mortarion's attention, made us pretty unstoppable. Not to discredit what the Justicar was able to do with his precision targeting on crits. I honestly, the rear guard was not that effective at killing all the enemies and keeping them from getting through, but if they got through, the Justicar just cut them to bits. Did I have issues with sustain, running dry on willpower? Willpower wasn't too much of an issue. I ran dry on grenades very quickly. And other than that, I was pretty set. I think Drago and the Interceptor ran dry on willpower.
On my way.
And we used up a lot of our support capabilities, but that was about it. I mean, the battle lasts for like 2 hours, so you spend everything you bring in. The enemies are right up ahead. I would like to be able to keep leapfrogging my units. Try and keep the group together and then make the most action moves possible. Oh, there, we trigger them. Ah, they're advancing. And they get the Defenders of the Bloom spawn. Okay. I was hoping that that was not going to be far enough ahead to give vision, but it was. And that leaves the rest of our units a little bit out of position. Let's use the Librarian here to close the distance for us. We'll run up with one action point and then open up the Gate of Infinity to be able to pop in right next to them. Warp Charger to bring everybody with us. We drop in upon them. And now, let's see. Let's use Word of the Emperor. Stack up the stun. And then... we're at the end of the game. We're overpowered. We're going to do it again. So now these two enemies are set for basically immediate executions. Purgator is able to knock both of them down for us. And we can be able to chain the executions to get, what, plus 8 action points back across the team.
Feel my wrath.
We'll give the executions over to the Librarian, who's spending all this willpower to shuttle everyone around the map. And also the staff is so sweet. Just disintegrates the bodies. If I was to improve my composition on the final battle, it might actually be moving the Purifier to the Vanguard, because the Flamethrower works well, right? The golden situation for the Flamethrower is where the enemy, you're able to strike multiple enemies, and you can also be in a position where you put yourself up to be able to start attacking with all of your actions. And in that specific battle, the enemies just line up right outside of the warp gate. So if you have the Flamethrower ready to go as soon as all the enemies are grouped up there, you could probably wipe them out in a single round. That would be the golden opportunity for the Flamethrower to show what it can do. Purify the heretics. Yes, Jay. We'll get the execution, gain the seed. A level 3 Flamethrower, and it's a completely different situation. Nice. I've only been able to requisition up to a level 2 so far, so I'm still using mediocre tech. Went from Trudge to Ultra OP. I love it. Yeah, I'm still trying to find some of the top level weapons for the different categories to be able to accurately say how they stack up against each other. Let's chop up this bloom stem. But that is certainly how it can be. When you just see the base level weapon, it doesn't feel that great. And then you get one of the top level ones, it changes the whole story. Like the Stormbolter was never that exciting until I got the one that would give you precision targeting on your crits. And then that was just blatantly overpowered. 1 AP. Okay, 1 AP, I can get up to here. I would like to be able to keep on kiting back to be able to get the bloom stem. You found one actually adds stun. Oh no, a Flamethrower with stun? That's crazy. Yeah, I would play with that. I would love playing with that. We'll move our Purgator right down to here. This way he's able to lend supporting fire up against the weeds. Nurgle's weed garden.
I must rearm.
How are things going, Jay? It's good to see you on another stream. We can keep on making the attacks here and then even set up an Overwatch to watch anybody coming out of the... Well, I think if I destroy the Bloomspawn, don't we just win in this mission type? Who cares if they're coming, if we can just kill this? I feel warmed up. I feel like we accomplished what we wanted out of the warm-up battle. It's time to face our true foe. Come on, use all the actions. We got so many executions. We have unlimited action points. And the final kill goes to the Purgator. Victory to the Grey Knights.
The Doom threat has been purged. Return your squad and I shall attend to the remainder below.
Fantastic. What will we be able to requisition off of this one? I don't remember exactly what was available. Thankfully we got our 10 kills with melee weapons. I was not focusing on that. I could have easily passed us by. Tau Isad. Rank 6 Purifier, no thanks. Sister's Tier. So its advantage is that it does 6 damage. Oh, you can upgrade it to do 7 damage. Well, that is spicy. Force Strike. Activate to convert your melee attack into a blast at area 2 from target. And 100% panicked. Good gosh. Guaranteed chance of inflicting panicked. But it does not cause stun damage. Very interesting. Radiant Guardian gives you extra passive war gear and enhanced mobility along with resistance. I'm not too interested in that. Disruptor Skull. It does damage, armor pierce, and disrupts the enemy targets. I'll take these two. Call it there. We don't have unlimited requisitions. Any level ups? Librarian is closed, but no level ups. Alright. Fair enough. You get, during the course of the normal campaign, you can explicitly choose 3 of the enemies. And then in the end game, it's just a 50-50 on the final 2 that you are going, which one you are going to receive out of the final 2. And so when we were playing our main campaign, we fought the Chaos Knight. And when we're playing this one, I would really like to be able to fight the Plague Hulk and hopefully not have to keep on running through this. So this battle could honestly be anyone. I feel like my favorite Reaper might actually be the very first one we fought, where you get to do all the interactions with the little Nurglings, and he's using the Nurglings. It was also just very close, partly because we were incompetent at keeping the Nurgling numbers down. But I remember really enjoying puzzling out the very first Reaper that we battled. Yeah, it's a very bold choice on the developer's part to have a fully designed boss. Yes! Nurgle's Gatekeeper Morgellus. So this was a boss that we completely avoided over the course of a successful campaign. Commander, we believe we've reached Nurgle's garden, but it appears that the domain of Morgellus, one of the 2 remaining Reapers of the Bloom, has blocked the baleful edict into its cursed orbit. We must send a squad to fight this Reaper and destroy it so that we can pass into Nurgle's garden and locate Drago. Destroy the Reaper.
Analysis.
Here we are.
We face the Reaper of the Necrosis strain, a plague hulk, an abomination of rust and ruin. It is a power we cannot let stand. You must tear it limb from limb.
Indeed, and we shall. So, what do we want to be able to bring into this battle? Is the Paladin worth bringing? Perhaps. Being able to have the Apothecary to lend support, I think, is going to be pretty important. He's using... what's your armor type? You're using the power armor that is giving you additional servo skull ammo. So we have Hailer. I don't think Enraged is actually going to do much for us. Can we swap out that one? What other skulls do you have access to? Biomancy's abilities can be used at long range. That seems more useful. Let's do that. So we're able to use our Biomancy at servo skull range. Take crits. No spoilers. All right. I mean, crits are just always good against the bosses. And we have the med skull here to be able to get a lot of healing and purifying. Back to the teleportarium. Librarian. I like the Librarian. He gives us mobility. He's also got crazed if the enemy has minions that he has running around. Purifier, I don't think you have a spot on the squad. I think you get swapped. You get swapped in a heartbeat. Now, do we bring in our full classic crit build, or do we run... I like Palamedes a lot. We could run Palamedes and the Paladin, which would put us in a very melee-focused situation. But with the teleportation capabilities out of the Librarian, I think we could make that work. Because he would be able to open up the Infinity Gate and then keep us just right on the Plague Hulk. Also, we get, I mean, a smattering of ranged opportunities out of the other knights as well. So give me better armor onto Palamedes. Doesn't he have something like crazy that's +5 armor here? I could just give a +5 armor. That'd be amazing. I could also go for... Where is the anchored? We'll anchor Palamedes. And we get extra 6 damage. Is that our best Stormbolter to be able to bring in? I think it's good. Yeah, we'll keep that one. High damage. Anchored is going to keep him from losing any damage based on firing at long range. Now the Paladin. Does the Paladin stay? He could. Melee weapon, hammer. This is the pre-order hammer. I'm going to avoid using it just because I feel like it's unfair. And then, do I have something that is plus stun though? It doesn't look like it. Pale is good. This halberd. It gives us high damage, high crit chance. The other opportunity would be... No, none of the fourth swords are that powerful. And then the warding staves. The librarian is already using one of these. It would kind of be hilarious to give him one of the ones with the auto Aegeus reaction. But I don't need enhanced Aegeus. I feel like that's overkill on his armor. He doesn't need that much armor. So we'll keep it as it is. Okay, so we have Chaplain that can run Litany of Hate to give us the crits. If this is the one, I think it is, take the red zone warnings very seriously. This guy doesn't mess around and does exactly the most punishing interpretations of what you think. Oh man, incredible. All right. We will see. We will see how it plays out. Paladin. Do you have the best shield type right now? Ranged weapon, storm shield. You have a good shield. Yes, you do have a good shield. The one thing would be the melee weapon going up to the demon hammer, and then having this with the plus stun on melee attack if you activate the force strike. But I don't want to use the pre-order hammer. Yeah. So we are a very melee focused build, but with the librarian being able to teleport us around, I think that we can overcome that. And then the apothecary there to be able to lend support. We can still chip in range damage with Palamedes with his anchored keyword to be able to do some damage, and the librarian with some range capabilities as well. You have 5 damage. Let us begin. Alright, I can't wait to see what this guy's like. Oh yes. The Plague Hulk. He's this huge mechanical crab.
What is that I smell? Ah, more grease to anoint my gears.
Commander, the poison of a prime seed radiates below. This is most certainly our target.
More from above? Your numbers mean little. 10 or 10,000, all must crumble and fall before me.
Tactical analysis. Weaponry is limb-driven. Prioritize its extremities.
That voice, a daughter of the false Messiah? Why do you not come down and join my menagerie? I will teach you such things your machine god has kept secret from you.
Blasphemy.
No? A pity. Perhaps you will see the light once I shear those flimsy guards from your eyes.
Here he is. Morgellus. We're fighting the Plague Hulk. I have seen the model of the Plague Hulk for a tabletop and it's exactly like this. The developers must have had so much fun creating all of these character models. 156 health. That's one of the most durable of the bosses that we have fought. He is mechanical. 10 armor. Well, very good move speed. I mean, he's got enough legs to be able to get himself around. He has the Maw Cannon. Set a hazard at arc 30 over range 10. Do only 1 damage. But afflict structures of decay. Hazard, afflict blinded. We're not sure what structures of decay does yet. Hurl Knight. He can grab nearby knights, throwing them up to range 10 to deal 3 damage. Okay, so he can just toss us around. Rust and Ruin. He attacks the rusted platform, causing a section to become unstable and collapse next turn. Is that feels like it's any part of the map. Like it all just looks like a rust platform. His whole world is a rust platform. All right, get me back in. Vengeance Turret Defense. He can command corrupted turrets to fire on nearby knights. There's a turret right behind him that we can see. Hurl Girder. Morgellus can grab girders. Dealing a blast at area 2 up to range 14, deal 4 damage, inflict vulnerable 100% for 2 turns. Oh, that's miserable. He is immune to blinded, crazed, dominated, immobilized, panicked, plagued, and knockback. He has the entropic shield while active. He cannot be crit. Alexander, you said take crit. He cannot be crit. Did you bring that chaplain who 1v1 Mortarion? I did, high five dog. We'll see how well he does here against Morgellus. Claw shielding. Auto 100% infinite options per turn. While attacked with a ranged attack, he blocks 2 damage with each active claw arm. So we can have basically armor on top of armor. He has the armor value, but then he also has the claws to be able to mitigate the range damage. Rod cannon, target a blast at area 2 of a range 20, so we can hit anywhere on the map. 4 damage and armor break. Oh my gosh, this guy's miserable. Rod cleaver, strike adjacent targets to deal 6 damage. Spread attack, but it's adjacent targets. So he's able to hit probably everyone around him. Okay. Okay, Rust and Ruin killed my entire party. If you fall, you die? Oh my gosh. But then we have the turret right behind him. And it's in Fog of War. Wait. It popped up? Yeah, give me the little info. It won't give me the info. I believe it's because it's still in Fog of War. Let's get in there. Open up the Gate of Infinity. Hop up. Maybe not right next to him, but let's get close. Come up around here. I would like to be able to get maybe on the turret if he can use that to attack us. So, yeah, we've activated Warp Charge. This will bring everybody up close. That's actually an enormous spread. Librarian, you're losing focus on me. Disabling the rod cannon is priority number 1. Let's see if we can do it. We want to be able to maintain our armor for sure. But the thing is that as long as he has his shield up, he cannot be crit, and it looks like he has the shield. So I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. The Apothecary can go for Steel Arm, Warp Speed, Iron Arm, Biomancy onto the Paladin. And we can do this at range because we are bringing the unique Haler Skull. Then the Chaplain's Litany could just improve our crit damage. That would be interesting, but also the crit percent on range could be nice. Let's just throw the Paladin in and see what happens. If I use Force Strike, no, that becomes the AoE strike. I'm not super interested in that. We have 45% crit, and he has Entropic Shield up, so we're not able to crit. But we will be able to start stacking stun, which is the crucial thing. And with Iron Arm Biomancy, we'll be able to get the stun counter up much faster. Alright, come on. Break his defenses down. I can also use Psychic Shriek if we want to start just dropping all our willpower.
My blade is yours.
Alright, Palamedes, get in here. I wonder if we actually should have gone for somebody with grenades to bring the stun grenades. Deal 10 damage, then go for the crit. Oh, is it that the shield is gone as soon as the armor is gone? No, it still says that he has the entropic shield, even when his armor value is down. Interesting. So I'm not sure how we disable the entropic shield. We probably have to knock him over. Like, fully knock him over to be able to break the shield.
Yes, Commander.
But let's see. I also want to be able to swing somebody around to get to the turret. We're very close to being able to knock him down. Let's spread our knights a little bit so that his sword doesn't just cleave through all of us together. Okay. We hit some checkpoints. Rusted Ruin. Here comes the Rusted Ruins. It's going to destroy the platform.
Commander, clear our brothers from that section before it collapses.
Oh, man. And it hits... I'm trying to figure out exactly the zone. Like, this is on fire. This is on fire. This is on fire. Does that all fall? This looks safe. Maybe this is the line. This looks destroyed, and this looks safe. Okay. Okay. I think you can choose it as an option to disable when I do precise targeting. Well, I hope that is the case. But look at... the smoke. Okay, so Alexander is saying that the smoke gives you the boundary of rust and ruin. Very good to know. Very good to know. We're going to knock him down here and then try and run.
Good. It appears you've staggered it.
Yes, I have
This might
staggered
be a
the
good
Hulk.
chance to strike at its upper body.
Indeed. All right, librarian, get in there. Afflict weakened, disable claw, vulnerable. Well, the entropic shield is unfortunately not an option. We could weaken it forever to be able to have less damage, but the claws are going to really prevent our range attacks from doing much. Let's bust up the claws.
Strikes. Well done, brothers. Do not cease until you've torn that foul abomination apart.
Maybe we should actually look at the turret to see what it's going to do. Well, the turret's probably going to fall, right? The turret's going to be collapsed. Corrupt the turret. Cleanse the turret of corruption, allowing your knights to fire it against the enemy. We are able to fire the turrets? That's amazing. We should start moving back a little bit, though. We can run back to here with the librarian and then still take another attack. Honestly, the Psychic Shriek sounds pretty good to me to be able to add +3 stun. But I could also just shoot. We'll save the willpower in case we need to teleport away from the collapsing platform. And see how this plays. Alright, there's his sword attack. He's running out. Is there a way that I could lock him onto the collapsing platform?
With yours. Blade will hold up his mere cloth against the knife of my necrosis.
Our holy plate will not be stained by your touch.
Okay, we do get another turn before the platform collapsed, which I feel like is only fair. If it collapsed the exact same turn, then we would have really been done for. Let's poke at him. He's holding up the claw to be able to make the block. They have a full animation for that. Oh, it's so good. And then we need to just run to safety with the librarian. Well, we need to make sure that everybody can run to safety. I'm worried that that is not actually safe, so I'm going to run up to here with the paladin. We're going to take a full turn repositioning. That just feels like the tax that we have to pay for his abilities. Palamedes can make it in 2 runs, 2 action points of running. So we'll make the attack here to be able to start stacking his stun. I don't mind that he's blocking most of the damage because we're able to keep the stun counter progressing, and that's the most important thing for us right now.
Standing ready.
Now the apothecary, also in 2, is able to make it. This feels like a very good position, somewhere up here. So go ahead, take your shot. Not a lot of damage, but the stun counter continues to stack. And now we run. Librarian. Everybody's made it, so you don't have to teleport us. Very good for us. We actually put Palamedes in a terrible position because I wanted the librarian to be able to jump over back here. But now he has to use all his actions just to make it to safety. Incredible. Palamedes, move to the side. Don't block the librarian. He's coming for us. And it's just gone.
Do you see it now?
Absolutely gone.
Your future rests below, an eternity of rust and ruin.
Oh, okay, so we just made it. Now he is moving along. What is he? Oh, that's the girder pro. No, he got all of us. We're sitting around just bunched together asking for punishment. So he inflicted vulnerable on us and he broke up our armor. Ooh.
Unleash me.
Paladin, get in there. Do I want to stack? He reset the stun? Why are you allowed to reset your stun? That's nowhere in your kit. Do you guys see this? His stun counter reset from everything that we did last turn. Are you kidding me? I didn't think that was going to be allowed. Let's use Psychic Shriek here to be able to stack the stun. I guess we have to capitalize on fully knocking him down for it to be worth anything. The Shriek is pretty good. I guess it's part of the way there. And we can shoot. No, we have to reload. Now, do I want to use Iron Arm Biomancy again? Out of the Apothecary? It's probably not too bad. It's only 1 willpower. Nope, I'm looking at the wrong thing. It is only 1 willpower. Iron Arm Biomancy. Oh, Muddy. Fun star here, rubbing salt in the wound. Alright, so let's hop on up. Make the strike. With Iron Arm, we should be able to drop him quite easily. Strike again. And now he's just 1 point down. 1 point away from being downed. Honestly, the Apothecary could make an attack right here. Stun him. Now we'll be able to get our advanced crit. Maybe we can disable that entropic shield at long last.
What is your will?
So far the bane of this fight, because I'm not able to get any natural crits. Okay. We can disable Rot Cannon for 2 turns. We can inflict vulnerable for the rest of this turn. Or we can bust off the claw to be able to get full damage on our range attacks. I think that we have to break up the claws, because there's going to be a lot of moving and shooting. We don't want him able to resist our range attacks. Let's do it again! Okay, so let's be very careful and make sure that we understand what is being destroyed. This central platform is going down. We have to abandon this platform. I think that we're going to leave it up to the Librarian to be able to teleport us out next round. And this round, because we broke his armor and everything, we just keep on attacking. We got ourselves into good positions to be able to make these attacks. Maybe now the stun will stick around. Wouldn't that be great? Make the range attack.
This game grows tiresome.
Indeed.
Bury you all and be done with it.
You'll have to try harder than you are now. Because he's trying to get off the platform. But he's not off it yet. Enemy attacks gain armor pierce. He's standing right on the edge, it looks like, of what is going to get dropped. Meaning, if I open up the Infinity Gate... Oh, we don't quite get it. Okay, so the Librarian runs up to here. Hopefully he can see under the legs or something to be able to have a visible target. And then he drops us off in safety right up here. And now we scatter like rats in the flashlight. Did I not specifically say Gate of Infinity? Did I not warp charge it? How did I not warp charge it? I'm gonna have to waste the entire round now just running. Alright guys, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Can I make it in 2? I don't trust it. I'm gonna run 3. I had a great plan, it just failed in the execution. Let's see.
Standing ready.
Apothecary. I believe you'll be able to make it out. As long as this is safe. I think it will be. I think it'll be 1 space okay. And then Chaplain. Chaplain Palamedes. Honestly, in 2, you can come up to here. You can open up the attack. It's too far. Alright, let's just keep on running. And now the Librarian. I could still go Shriek. I want to be able to capitalize on all the stun before he resets. And now I can run in, stand on this box and poke him to be able to afflict weaken. So his melee attacks will not be so punishing. Okay. He makes it onto the safety of the platform. The old platform drops away. Everybody is safe. The apothecary by a single space, but he is safe. That's got armor shred on it. High five, dog, I think was the one who said that we need to get rid of the rot cannon. I wholeheartedly agree right now. I wholeheartedly agree. Let's move. I mean, it feels like it's kind of coming to us. Palamedes could stay back here and just light him up. We're getting full damage out of our range attacks because we broke up his claws. So we'll be able to cut through the armor here. Stack the stun at least a little bit. Then, let's see. Do you still have Iron Arm Biomancy active on the Paladin? No. I've not been able to string 2 good turns of using it together, but we're going to keep on trying. Iron Arm Biomancy. Increase the stun per attack. Because really the only way we're able to progress here is by knocking him down with the full stun. For one, I'm not able to make it. We're going to start swinging around because I have a feeling that this whole platform is going down next. So we want to kite our way towards another potentially stable platform while we make these attacks. So that's why I'm going to keep on moving the Paladin here. At least a little bit. Make this attack. Oh, here it comes. Rust and Ruin again. How large of an area is he attacking this? Feels like that hit a lot. A very large space, perhaps. Okay, so where Palamedes is, he is safe. But this, I think this might even go down too because of this smoke. Yeah, we're gonna need to come all the way back to where Palamedes is, I believe. But that will be next round. So, in the meantime, for this next one, I believe that we will be able to use Gate of Infinity to get it to work. I want to try the turret, just to see what the turret does. We can cleanse the turret, so normally he's able to use this. Normally he's able to use the corrupted turret.
Nascent attack emergent. The defensive battery is ours.
I got 5 armor shred. Aw, we needed that earlier. Where was that before? Can I use it again? No, it can only be used once, it appears. Or maybe once per night? Who knows? Move the librarian up. I wonder if he will be able to reset his armor for any reason. Do we want to get into melee? Or do we want to use our range attacks? Probably up to melee. Getting pretty close to being able to knock him down. Yet again. Where is he going? He did like a powering up charge. But where does he think he can go that is going to be safe? I know that if I press the buttons correctly this time, I can use Gate of Infinity to be able to all hop over here, where Palamedes is happily resting at the checkpoint.
Yes, Commander.
Why don't you have Iron Arm Biomancy? I could have sworn that Iron Arm Biomancy was supposed to last 2 turns. Nope, it only lasts 1 turn. It must not be fully upgraded. I must be thinking of a different save. I have so many alternate timelines going on between my saves. It is breaking my brain to be able to keep track of. But here we're going to throw the Paladin in. He can make this extra attack to be able to knock him down. And it's going to be him and the Apothecary going to work. Alright, open up the surgery room. The surgery theater.
The bite of my sword.
Disable Entropic Shield? Yes. Yes!
It's no
Now
longer
we are
protected.
finally able to
Strike
get
now while it's
crits
vulnerable.
off of any opportunity. So our normal crit chance works once again.
I am here to serve.
Extra ways for us to be able to get precision targeting. I want to move up here, and then I need one action to be able to teleport everybody out. So I can take a shot. Fantastic. He's immune to crazed.
What is your will?
As we expect. Keep on making your attacks. It does mean... What has he got now? He's activating another series of Rust and Ruin. He can be stacked? Oh no. Wait. This one reads at the top, all platforms will be destroyed. He's just going to destroy every single platform? What? So he's going to bring us all down with him. We have to be able to deal 30 damage before we all die. Now, I think unless it reset the counter on this one is going to go down this turn. The thing is that he's still standing on it. It's so hard to understand what is going to happen. Do I need to move everybody over here to be able to have another round to finish him off? 30 damage I can do, but I only have 5 actions. I can't do 30 damage in 5 actions. Or can I stay on this platform and keep attacking him? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Chat, what do I do? Should I move to the platform with Palamedes? Or should I stay here and attack him? Palamedes has just been chilling over here. Move the knights? Alright, we'll move the knights. I cannot stay. We cannot stay. We are so close, guys. Okay, but we're gonna have to move them because I can't get 7 damage. I don't have a way to be able to deal 7 damage, right? Right? Maybe? Right. Okay. Open up the Gate of Infinity. Take us home. Warp charge it. Bring everybody out. There we go. Oh, I got the action point back. Okay. Well, I can't shoot, but I can move away from the cluster so we're not quite so screwed. Run to the side. So we can't hit all of us together at once. He's coming after us. And that goes down. And that goes down.
Functional combat terrain receding rapidly.
Yes.
Heck Priest is right. We must banish this demon soon, or the entire structure will collapse.
Oh, the turret. We walked in range of the turret.
The Hulk controls those turrets with its vile corruption. We must destroy them.
Counterpoint. Cleansing the defiled machines may restore Imperial targeting parameters.
Wise words, Dominus. Purge the corruption, and we might use those turrets to our advantage.
Inflict vulnerability. Out of your halberd. We will bring this Hulk to its knees. The grandfather tried to save him by giving him the extra 5 armor at the beginning of the turn, but it was not enough. And our legendary Palamedes ends his miserable life.
Demon engine dismantled.
There we go, chat.
Conclusion to this vile perversion of the machine.
A hard-fought battle, Commander. Worthy of note in the Hall of Champions.
The Plague Hulk is no more. Ah, what a win, guys. That was our first try. Now, granted, we had Alexander feeding us the tactical advice, but I feel like, I don't know, it's still fair. It's not like we got unfair advice. We're able to continue. There it is. All 5 Reapers are purged. All right, chat. So what was your favorite Reaper battle? That one was cool. Having to keep on maneuvering. be able to stay out of all the platforms that were dropping out. And then the rest of his kit was interesting as well, disabling your capability to... Yeah, I want to improve this. Disabling your capability to stun him based on your normal means and having to stack the counter. Or disabling the ability to crit him out of your normal means. Let's gain the unlimited range. Confirm.